Short-term rentals were introduced to the world near 2008. Since then, millions of property investors have turned to the short-term rental business, increasing the growth rate higher than 153%. The U.S. has seen the greatest impact, so why not own a piece of it?
Hi, I'm Wendy and I'm a licensed realtor. Over the past decade, the short-term rental business has taken the real estate industry by storm, generating over $33 billion. While many real estate investors choose to invest in their local cities, many cities have begun placing restrictions, some even prohibiting short-term rentals. But that doesn't mean your real estate investment journey has to end there. Vacation homes are preferred over hotels by many travelers, and there are many destinations that embrace short-term vacation rentals. Have you ever thought of owning real estate in a place where you could also vacation? What if I told you owning real estate in another place could even make you more money and also be your own destination getaway? Would you be interested? Over the next few episodes, I will take you to some beautiful places that welcome short-term rentals, fuel your vacation desires, and can make you some money. Today I'm in St. Croix of the Virgin Islands, and I'm really looking forward to embracing the local culture and activities here. And absolutely cannot wait to visit the beaches, historical sites, and do a little duty-free shopping.
With 23 beaches, 3 golf courses, 4 casinos, duty-free shopping, and a ton of history to explore, I believe St. Croix may just have something for everyone. Whether you're adventurous or laid back, I can't see anyone not enjoying their time here. So back to why we're here, to discover the money-making potential in the short-term rental market. Just a little FYI, St. Croix is a bit of a tax haven. It has no state, city, county, or sales tax. And property taxes are very low too. A little tax savings definitely never hurts. Currently, there's over 800 short-term rental properties on the island, averaging a 79% occupancy rate, with visitors booking as far as 90 days in advance. Its peak rental months are February through July. In terms of rental demand, revenue growth, and investability, St. Croix earns a market grade of an A+. There's even short-term rental properties generating as much as $400,000 per year. With a population of around 50,000, St. Croix measures 28 miles long and 7 miles wide. Once one of the wealthiest islands in the West Indies due to sugar production, today St. Croix's main industries are tourism, agriculture, and oil refinery. And let's not forget about this gorgeous weather that ranges from 72 to 88 degrees throughout the year. So today I'm meeting with a local realtor, Kelly Pugh. She's going to give us a little insight on life and real estate here.
I'm Kelly Pugh, a realtor here in St. Croix in the beautiful U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm a third-generation Crucian, which means myself, my mother, and my grandmother were all born and raised on St. Croix.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me, how is real estate here in St. Croix?
The market has been really amazing this year. We've had some of our most successful years to date, which is really surprising given everything. But people are really trying to move away from the States, slower pace of life, the beautiful weather. It's 85 degrees usually around here year long. And then of course the beautiful beaches. So it's been really, really awesome.
That's awesome. So how often are you working with the out-of-town buyer?
Pretty often, actually. I would say whenever I'm in the office, about 50% of my phone calls are from out-of-town buyers. And so it's really amazing to see that influx of people wanting to come here and live here.
And when someone calls and they're interested in an investment property here, what exactly are they looking for in a property?
When they call, they're usually looking for something that they can do some kind of short-term rental in case they don't always want to be here all the time. And with that, they may want something that has like a view, is close to the beach, may have a pool and different amenities. And then sometimes there's those who are ready to move down here, and so they'll be looking for different types of properties. It doesn't necessarily always have to be waterfront, but it just depends on who's calling.
Okay. And what about price ranges? Like if I was looking to move here, what would you say is my minimum budget? Do I have to have $1 million to buy real estate here?
No, you definitely don't have to have $1 million to purchase property here, which is great. It really depends on what you're looking for. So if you're looking for something that may have a view, the price ranges may start around $375,000 and up. But if you're looking for something smaller, there's condos that range from the $100,000 to $200,000 area. So you can definitely find something that's within your budget. It just depends on, what your deal breakers are.
Okay, so I fell in love with the beaches here. If I couldn't afford that beachfront property and I had to live a little further in, how far would the beach be away?
I would say living on St. Croix, you're never more than 10 or 15 minutes away from a beach, which is what makes it great about being on an island. So even if you can't afford the waterfront property, you can still find something that's very accessible to the beach.
So the condos here are pretty much like, I want to say U.S. mainland. They cover exterior insurance, landscaping, groundskeeping. So if you don't want to exactly purchase a home or you can have these people help you maintain it, condo is the way to go.
Exactly, condo is definitely the way to go. I would say the only difference is that our condo association fees are a little bit higher than you may expect from where you're from.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the properties we're going to see today.
The properties we're going to see today are a combination of some houses and some condos, and they range from $300,000 to a couple $1 million, which is really exciting. And what I also like about today is that you're going to get to see the different sides of the island. So we'll be on the east side of the island, a little bit of the west side of the island, and then finish kind of in the central area.
Well, great. That's great to hear. So I'm excited, and let's do this.
Yeah, let's get started. Welcome to Cotton Valley.
Ooh, I love the ceilings. Love.
It's a very Caribbean thing to have the very high vaulted ceilings and the exposed beams. So you may notice that in a lot of the properties that we see today.
Oh, I love this island.
It's a good sized island, it's beautiful.
It is, to sit here and be able to prepare breakfast or snacks after you come from the beach.
Definitely, and you get a little bit of that ocean view while you're prepping. It's amazing.
So how many square feet is this property?
The entire property is 2,800 square feet, but right now we're on one side of the property, so it is a duplex, which is nice because you can decide to live in one side and short-term rental the other, or do long-term rental on one side and, switch it up.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And both sides are 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. So we'll be able to explore and take a look.
Ooh, the vaulted ceilings in here as well. I love it.
Definitely.
This is a very nice size room.
Yeah, it's always great when you can have a little seating area in your primary bedroom.
Definitely. This is a really good size. It's larger than I expected. I expected a vacation home to be very tiny for some reason, but this is very nice, very spacious. Okay, so this one is identical. It's just as nice of a size.
Definitely.
High ceilings also. I'm sorry. Starting for closets and space that you could actually store it inside.
Exactly. Storage on that.
I immediately thought this duplex was super charming and fell in love with the vaulted ceilings and the amount of natural light. The neighborhood was quiet and pretty laid back. I could definitely imagine starting my day off with coffee on the front porch if I stayed here. The other side of the duplex leases to a tenant, but the side we viewed today remains available for short-term rental. After conducting research, the annual revenue potential for this charmer alone is $49,000.
Well, are you ready to go on to our next property?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's do it.
All right, welcome to Cotton Beach.
It's gorgeous here.
It really is. So we are located on the eastern side of St. Croix right now, and Cotton Beach has a guarded man gate, so you have security. And this unit we're going to see is a standalone unit, so you have some extra privacy. Right now we're going to meet with one of the agents who's going to give us a little walkthrough.
Hey ladies.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Chris Hanley.
I'm Wendy.
Wendy, good to meet you. Kelly, good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Welcome to the Garden Beach Villa. So this villa is 6 bedrooms, 6 baths, 2-car garage, amazing view of the Caribbean Sea, and a perfect private pool out front. And the best part about it is it's a perfect vacation villa, a rental, or also a full-time residence. So it's up to the buyer how they want to handle it. So I think you're really going to like it.
Great.
If you want to take a look, help yourselves.
Thank you.
All right, we'll catch you later.
Ooh. This is nice.
This is gorgeous. All right, first impressions.
I love it. I mean, the view is phenomenal. Love the ceiling height. Love the open airiness that it has. Loves the bright colors. Yeah, this is nice. I can spend a long day at the beach and come here and be perfectly happy.
All right, a formal dining room.
Love it.
This is amazing. I really love the recessed lighting. It's really beautiful.
It's very pretty. You don't even need the extra lighting with the large windows here, but it's nice.
I think they have some additional guest rooms this way. I'm gonna keep checking it out.
Very island-esque. I don't know if that's the right word, but the pink vibe is really making me think strawberry pina colada.
Nice.
I really like it though. It's nice and bright. I love the texture on the ceiling.
It's a good pop of color.
Oh, so wait, you have an exterior access door here with access to also this bedroom. So this is perfect if someone has an additional family over and you had adults in this room, kids in that room. The kids can't escape, but you have your own private access.
And each one has its own bathroom, so you don't have to share the bathroom with the kids.
Oh, so it's not a Jack and Jill. Nice, that's different. Oh, I love this color.
It's a great color. So here we have another one of the guest bedrooms. He did say this villa has 6 bedrooms.
Wow.
So we are getting to explore them all. And they each have their own little color and little flair.
All right, are you ready to see the primary bedroom?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh, I love this blue. Pretty. High ceilings again. This is a very large bedroom.
Very spacious. Again, multiple seating areas, which is always nice. Let's take a look at the bathroom.
Ooh, look at the size of this bathroom. This is nice.
You have the double sinks. You don't have to fight over cabinet space or mirror space.
Nice size little shower. Okay.
Wow, look at this kitchen. What do you think?
I think if I'm gonna cook on vacation, it would have to be in a kitchen like this.
Definitely.
I love the size of this island. I could look outside at these views all day.
I can't wait for us to look at the pool. All right, let's take a look at the view.
Wow. This is definitely my favorite part of this villa, let me tell you.
Yes.
This is breathtaking.
Poolside with an ocean view. I don't think it gets better than that.
The entrance to this hilltop villa in the gated Garden Beach granted nothing less than an exclusive vibe. The demand for single homes and vacation destinations is on the rise, and I can see why. This luxury villa offered all the comfort, space, and nevertheless privacy perfect for a group or large family. Its oversized kitchen and outdoor dining area are ideal for gatherings. The pool and views of Buck Island were icing on the cake. Based on a nearby property comparable in space, sea views, and amenities, the annual revenue for this grand villa is $222,000.
Welcome to Two Friends. So this is a 2-story house with the main floor being a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Okay.
And it has its own primary suite on this end, which we're gonna go check out.
Okay.
As you can see, lovely vaulted ceilings again, and very spacious, which I really enjoy about this property.
I really like that in this house, every room, its ceiling pitch is kind of like its own pitch. The design in this room is different than in the living room and a dining room.
Good point. So we can go check out the primary bathroom, which also includes shared closets.
Oh, wow.
Separate closets, rather. Now this bathroom, I absolutely love. So much space in that bathtub.
Like, how does one not spend a lot of time in here? This is really nice. This is really nice. Even the vaulted ceilings in the bathroom. I really appreciate that. I really like that. This is a really nice size master bath.
And I like that you have your own wing, so you're separate from any guests or company that you have on the other side of the house. A little bit of privacy.
The shower. It has its own little vaulted ceiling too.
So this is the guest wing. There's 2 bedrooms and we share a full bathroom.
This is nice, and we have the view of the veranda. Oh, wow. This is so pretty, even though you don't have the water view, but this is really nice.
Yeah, it definitely is. We're located currently in the Rainforest.
Wow.
You're getting a lot of our tropical trees and flora, which is really nice. And he's actually located across from a farm, which is a benefit to this property because it likely won't be developed.
Really nice.
Have a nice roll view.
Okay.
So now we enter the kitchen.
Oh, wow. So this is definitely a chef's kitchen.
For sure. And there's a little pantry located over there. So you have lots of space, lots of storage, and obviously lots of counters.
Nice. So this home also has an additional 2 rental units.
Yes, it does. And those are located downstairs. So we can go check those out if you're ready.
Yes. I'm ready.
You know, I think it's a really great investment strategy to have a main floor that you can live on and then 2 additional units that you can rent out short term. So that's really exciting to see. Okay, here is the first unit.
Oh, wow. It's almost, this is like an apartment. This is nice.
You have your own little kitchen.
Yes.
All right, now we are headed to the second unit.
I'm really impressed by how well thought out this rental is.
It's a really great design.
It is. It's very airy. It's a nice open floor plan.
Very spacious.
And one could definitely get comfortable here.
Definitely be a repeat visitor.
Yes, I could see this place having repeat clients. I mean, one of the things I say is some people automatically think that rentals are not that nice, but this one literally has everything like your home would have.
Yeah.
Even in the details, from the backsplash, and it's very well decorated. This is really, really nice.
It really does make you feel like you're home away from home, and that's what you want, right?
Yes, and that's how you would want your guests to feel.
Let's go check out the bedroom.
Oh, I love the double beds in here.
I do too. Reminds you of a hotel, but you have all of the amenities of being home, like a kitchen, bigger fridge.
Right.
It's nice. Living area.
You have more space than you would have in a hotel.
Sure. And you even still have a desk to do your work if you're here on business.
The desk is definitely a nice touch. Nice sized bathroom. Okay, this is impressive. It really is.
A sense of excitement accompanied our arrival to this luxury home in the rainforest. Nestled amongst palm trees and rolling hills, this residence and its 2 additional rental spaces provide guests with plenty of space for a true home away from home experience. Based on nearby property comparables, the annual revenue potential for this luxury property is $108,000.
So I'm really excited to show you this multi-unit property here in the valley. It has a lot of room for potential with short-term rentals.
Okay, so this is the one that had those sweeping ocean views from multiple spaces in the home, right? And it has a 2-bedroom apartment underneath the main house and a 2-story, 2-bedroom pool house.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see this one.
Wait for you to see it. Okay, so we're gonna enter through the main house, which has a custom-built kitchen, and it leads into a cozy little living room and, well, a beautiful view.
I'm not even going to heaven. In here, this is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to try not to be distracted by this beautiful view. I would like to walk around and tour the house and take a look at the bedrooms. How many bedrooms?
So this main house is gonna be 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. So we can check out the guest bedrooms, or we can go for the primary bedroom first. Which one you wanna do?
Yes, first.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so here's the first guest bedroom.
This is nice and cozy. Lots of sunlight. I love the shiplap ceilings.
And this does share a bathroom with the other guest bedroom. All right, so here is the other guest bedroom.
Oh, I love the ocean vibes in here with the turtle headboard and the turtle painting.
They are super cute.
They really are. They really are. This is nice. Not a lot of room for furniture, but you have exactly what you need for a guest bedroom. And who needs furniture when there's this view accessible directly from the guest bedroom?
Exactly. It's a beautiful covered gallery that you can walk right from your bedroom and into the view.
This is beautiful. So exactly how does one get rid of their house guests with a view like this?
We definitely would have to ask the owners. I know I wouldn't be going anywhere.
This is amazing.
It really is. So the primary bedroom has an ensuite bath and also access to the covered gallery with the view that is absolutely breathtaking. Yes.
There is a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, located downstairs. And what's unique about that is it has its own access, its own driveway and access.
Wow, let's check it out.
Let's go for it.
So there's so many different levels to this home.
Which is really great because you can make separate spaces for all of your guests. Okay, so here we have the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Has a split floor plan, which is really nice when you don't have to share a wall.
This is literally a house within a house.
Lots of potential here.
Full kitchen.
Laundry area over there. And then you have your bedrooms on either side with their ensuite baths.
The sea views from this hillside villa were worth every foot of the steep drive it took us to get here. The infinity pool and lounge area made the perfect outdoor entertaining space. Even the second-story pool house studio had its own patio. This property is an investor's dream. A space of your own plus 3 additional units to rent out, each with its own private entrance. What more could one want in a vacation property? After conducting research, I'm not shocked one bit that this property, excluding the main house, has the potential to generate $189,000. Wow, the wind here is really something.
It definitely is. Welcome to Crucian, Princess. We are in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit right now.
With our hair all over the place.
But you know what? You will not be hot with that sea breeze.
No, I would have the windows and doors open all day long for the fresh air and the fresh sense of the ocean.
For
So
sure.
It's really nice. It's spacious. I mean, you walk right into the living room. How many square feet is this condo?
This one is about 860 square feet.
Okay.
And they did just recently remodel it.
Okay. I love the painted ceilings. I mean, the ocean's in your face as soon as you
Yeah.
open the front door.
It is
so-
your backyard. You can touch the ocean almost. I'm excited for you to get on that patio and see what it is.
I like this barn door. Space saver. This is nice. This is a nice size for a rental. It's not so big, but you have your nightstands on both sides.
Definitely some little closet space over there.
Something that I noticed here is there aren't really large AC central units in a lot of houses or even condos that they have the individual.
Yeah, the split units. That's very popular down here.
Okay. Which makes sense. I'm sure it saves electricity as well because you're in one room. You don't have to cool down the entire space.
Exactly, it does indeed. And on St. Croix, electricity is very important to save money on.
That's good to know.
All right, let's check out the kitchen.
I love that it's centrally located in the condo, like right in between the bedrooms and the living room. You still have a dining space off to the side. So it serves its purpose and it's nice.
It does. I mean, sometimes you don't need much for a short-term vacation rental, right?
Oh, and with the high ceilings, it already makes the place feel open.
Exactly.
And larger than what it is.
So we can move into the primary bedroom.
Which is a little larger than the last.
Of
which is a
course.
good thing.
Yes.
You have a little more space. You still have that ocean view as you have in the living room and the kitchen.
Definitely. And you can use this as an owner's closet. As you see, they have it locked up as you sometimes store your things during short-term rentals.
Okay. That's important. I love the high ceilings. That's a trait I've seen in every property that we've seen today.
Yeah.
Which is a change because back home, I'm used to 8 foot, 9 foot being standard. If you walk into a home and there's 10-foot ceilings,
Oh,
it's
wow.
like, oh, why the ceilings are so high? So coming in here in so many different properties today, condos, homes, duplexes, and seeing these soaring like 12 foot plus, it's really a great thing.
And it's just so normal for me. I would have never even thought about that being something that someone from the States would actually appreciate.
Yes, it's definitely a feature you're taking for granted because it makes the space feel so much larger with the higher ceiling height. So definitely a plus. I give that 2 thumbs up.
I think that's the great part about this condo being on the second floor is you do get those high ceilings.
Now the living room here is the only room that actually has direct access to the patio, correct?
Yes, correct. So we can go take a look at that.
Yes.
All right, you ready?
Ready. Oh, wow. And there goes that ocean breeze.
Can you imagine the sunrises here?
Really? I would love to see what this looks like in the morning. It's
Yeah.
really nice. So this beach over here next to the complex, this is for
The public beach?
It is a public beach, yeah. St. Croix in the Virgin Islands actually has only public beaches, so there are no private beaches.
That's very good to know. Because I saw there was an access gate as we were coming in, and I was wondering if that was for condo only or someone else. Okay.
It's for anyone who wants to access it. So obviously living in the condo unit, it being gated, that would be your ability to walk out and walk on the shore. There's also a restaurant not too far over. So if you just wanted to take a stroll one day and grab some food, you are more than welcome to do that on the beach.
So convenient. I can't imagine getting a spot any closer. To walk out in the waves, like I can taste the salt. To really have a view in your face like this. This is really nice.
Just a stone's throw. It's beautiful.
If you're looking for a low maintenance vacation rental when it comes to time invested, a condo may be the way to go. With much of the groundskeeping included in the HOA fees, less of the burden lies on the owner. In addition to the nearby beach access, Crucian Princess also grants guests access to the community pool. After conducting research, I've discovered this Seaside condo's annual revenue potential is near $55,000. There was so much to take in here in St. Croix these past few days. From delicious food, scenic views, and a culture that I learn something new about every day. I can see how some have visited and never left, and how others left and in the end returned. This is definitely a destination I look forward to returning to, but it will hands down be short-term rental style. If you're an investor looking for a large break, you may be interested in learning more about St. Croix's Economic Development Commission's tax program, where qualifying parties are eligible for tax benefits, including as much as a 90% reduction in corporate and personal income tax. I hope you've enjoyed the sites and accommodations St. Croix has to offer. See you next time. Next time on Invest Away. With over 300 hotels and dozens of world-class resorts, one might think the demand for more short-term rentals wouldn't be present here, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. This Commonwealth Island's tourism accounts for over 75% of its gross domestic product, and investors are jumping at opportunities. This future condo hotel development behind me has already sold over 80% of its units while under construction. Why? Because sophisticated investors know the true value of investing away.